Hey y'all, we found a brand new campground in Florida,
where each campsite comes standard with one amenity that most RVers dream about at other campgrounds.
Stick around and we'll show you what that is.
Hey y'all, today we're at a little town just an hour north of Tampa, about an hour west of Orlando.
We're at Oak Alley RV Resort in Webster, Florida.
Quick disclaimer, the owners here did invite us to share with you a tour of their campground.
But that's not going to stop us from telling you our honest opinion of this campground.
As we pull in off the road, you'll notice they have 4 long staging sites for you to park while you go into the office and check in. Directly beside the office is a bathhouse with 4 stalls, so each one is an independent bathroom, so it has a toilet, sink, and shower area. Then this is the area where the pull-through sites are, so these are going to be the concrete pads, full hookup. They all have 50, 30, and 20 amp service, water and sewer.
Nice and level.
And a picnic table. And then this building off here directly behind the office is their kind of workshop, and then on the end there's a wood shop for I guess employees and visitors to use.
Then you get to this little cul-de-sac right here, and it looks like a neat little place that you can get a bunch of people and have your own little get-together right here.
Yeah, it'd be a fun little area if you had a group and you were bringing, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sites in this little loop. So if you had a group of 6 or, a little fewer than that, this would be a cool little area because you could set up like your cornhole boards and stuff out in the cul-de-sac and not have to worry about them being in your site. So that's a neat little area.
Right in front of us, they do fill up your propane on site if you need propane too. We'll drive you through this site right here so you can see how nice, clean, and level these concrete pads are.
So the minimum site size for any of the sites here is 36 by 70.
Which is a nice size site.
Yeah, they're all really, really nice. It's very well laid out. All of the perimeter sites in this section and in the other sections we're going to drive you through are the equivalent in size to a site and a half. So they're really wide, really long. We got a site here in the back end of this loop, and we are able to put the patio down on the toy hauler and still park the truck in front of the RV. That's how long it is. And it's wide enough that you literally could get another RV in between ours and the neighbors. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know that's how wide the sites are. And
some things everybody asks for, and they want bigger sites. They want level sites. They want this. They want that. Looks like they've kind of put all that together for us right here. They've given us everything that an RV'er has been asking us for.
Yeah, the owner here also owns another park in Florida. So he said, we talked to the manager here, and she said that he decided when he built this park that he didn't want to have to come back and make upgrades in the very near future. So he really thought long and hard about how to do it, how to lay it out, and what would work best. And that really does show when you drive through and take a look at this place. The trees and the Spanish moss here are beautiful. It just gives it that kind of homey, down home feel, I guess.
But if your allergies are bad, I don't know if you want to park underneath all of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I have allergies, but apparently Spanish moss isn't something I'm allergic to, I guess.
This is the main drag back into it. As you can see, they've landscaped it pretty nice through here with the curb and the curbing up there and the nice limestone rocks.
The pretty street lights. It's really pretty here in the evening when the sun's going down and the lights are coming on. It's just beautiful back here. Between the lighting and the sunset and the Spanish moss, it's quite something. They currently have, I think it's 311 sites But they are going to, they're still actively building, so they're still working on the back end, and they're going to have, I believe it's 571 sites when it's all said and done.
Here's a newer section they have not completed yet. As you can see, they've just freshly laid some fresh sod down. They're trying to water it now to get it in. So
yeah, the sod trucks have been here while we were here. They've been unloading and rolling sod out all week. And then once that's done, I guess these sites will all be done. These are all back end sites. And then again, you've got the perimeter sites to your right, the
oh, it got wet.
Sprinkler, and then the interior sites on your left, but they're still huge sites.
We'll take you down here. As you can see, these are ready to open now. All they have to do is call the power company to come out and put a meter on their box. And they said that usually takes about two to 3 days to get them ready. So if they overbook real quick, they can get these going. So we're going to take you through a couple of the stages here. These don't have the sod on them yet. I'm going to take you to another section up here in just a few minutes. They're still grading it and still getting it leveled out now. So you'll see the whole stage.
Yeah, so these on the left have like the water and electric, everything's run and ready, prepped. And then straight in front of us is, I guess in front of us and to the right is where they're going to continue development, but they haven't gotten there yet. But all the streets are paved. There's street lights throughout, so plenty of lighting. It's just it's really nice here. It's a pretty area. It isn't city life. It is kind of like being in the country. I'm pretty sure the surrounding area, the majority of it's farmland. And my guess would be this used to be farmland as well. But within 5 minutes, you can be in the nearest little town. We went in Monday to the farmer's market / flea market. There was a little bit of both. I wish there had been more farmer's market and less flea market. But anyway, it was a neat experience. And then within...
What did you get at the farmer's market?
Oh my gosh,
Really
I got
liked?
the biggest head of cauliflower I've ever seen. It's quite tasty. We got broccoli, which was also very good. I feel like I got something else. Oh, I got some yellow squash. Haven't eaten them yet. But anyway, it was just a cool experience. And then within 10 minutes, I'd say, maybe 15, you can be in to a town where there's like a Walmart and fast food and that kind of thing. So although you're not in a really commercial area, you're not far away. So it kind of gives you that break from the hustle and bustle.
Far enough away, but close enough in.
Yep.
Here's some of the view. I guess this is where they're going to be adding some more later. But you can see kind of what we see. Here's some of the fresh sod they laid yesterday. They're watering it in right now to try to get it to root before we start
Before summertime gets
before we
here.
start parking our heavy campers on it. They also put in limestone underneath all the sod to try to build it
Yeah, so
up and
to
get some
the
compaction to it.
to the left where it looks like
can see.
sand, it's really not sand. It's limestone that he had brought in to go underneath the sod so that when you park your camper it won't sink, which is pretty cool.
We had a pretty good rain day the other day, and ours is still pretty level. And
Yeah,
it
we didn't have
hold
any
water.
puddling or anything like that. Yeah, it was nice.
As you can see, a lot of this stuff is still under construction, so we won't get to show you the finished product of it, but you'll get the idea of what's going on here.
It's definitely far enough along that you can tell what it's going to be. And the parts that are finished, you can see how nice it is, so you can just anticipate what the finished product will look like on the parts that aren't quite finished yet. The trash compactor is located directly behind the clubhouse. I'm guessing probably later there's going to be more than one, but for now, one's doing the job. So on your right here are some more sites that are finished and ready for people to come stay on. They have the meters and everything in place, the picnic tables on site.
So as you can see, here's a big site.
So plenty big enough for you, your RV, the family, nice space beside you and the guy next to you.
So here's the clubhouse that they're building right now. It's still under construction.
Yeah, I feel like the building itself is complete. They're still working on the sidewalks and landscaping outside.
They were putting in the cameras in the surround sound speakers just the other day, and I think they finished those, which sound pretty good in my opinion as we walked up on them.
And then we'll just take you on a tour around the clubhouse. This seems to be where most of the outdoor activity areas are located.
If you look right to the right there, they have a nice pavilion. Looks like they have some ceiling fans underneath it, or above it, I guess, for you underneath it.
And then to the left of the building is going to be the pickleball courts. They have 12 pickleball courts, 6 on one side, 6 on the other, with a large tiki hut in the middle with picnic tables and chairs. So I guess if it's not your turn to play or you're between games, you have a place to sit down and enjoy a snack or just a drink while you wait your turn. It is my understanding that they will participate in pickleball tournaments and stuff like that in this area.
I don't think I'm going to be doing any tournaments anytime soon.
Yeah, no, I can play.
I can eat a good pickle.
Kind of, but I'm definitely not worth playing on a team, or if you're counting on me to help you out, it's not going to happen. But 12 pickleball courts, which is pretty impressive. And then also behind the clubhouse, but just past the pickleball courts, is going to be the shuffleboard courts. So they have, and I don't know, courts might not be the term, but they have 4 shuffleboard courts. Of course, the ends where you keep score and where you stand are under cover, which is nice, especially in Florida where the sun shines in. Makes you hot, keep you from getting sunburned.
I'm going to take you up here to the pool, even though it's not completed yet. This is where the pool is going to
so
go.
Right behind the clubhouse is a swimming pool and hot tub.
I believe the pool is heated too.
They've been working all week on the pool, and they're coming along. Like, they're getting the tile and the top edge of the pool in, and I believe they're going to lay the pavers around the pool this week. And then directly behind the pool, I'm pretty sure these are going to be the bocce ball.
Bocce ball.
Hope I didn't botch the name of that.
No, you didn't.
I think that's what those are. And then somewhere, I'm guessing, inside the clubhouse is going to be ping pong. So I haven't seen a place for that out here, so I'm guessing that's going to be something that's located inside. Then between kind of the pool and the volleyball courts, which are sand, which I like a sand volleyball court. So between the pool and the volleyball courts is the laundry facility, as well as a second bathroom facility. Of course, since it's brand new, all the laundry machines are brand new, the washers and dryers. They have standard top load washers, and then they have a couple of front load washers. And I'll put the pricing for those somewhere in this video, because I don't recall what it was. And
as you can see, they're landscaping it pretty nice with the palm trees. Of course, the palm trees are still new right now, so
it's going to be really pretty here. It's already really pretty, so I can only imagine when they're done and the trees are starting to mature and that kind of thing.
And here comes the owner of the place right here, sneaking up on us.
So kind of between the volleyball court and the clubhouse is their mini post office, if you will. So if you're going to be here for 6 months or a year, if you're a seasonal, and of course you need to have your mail sent, they have little P.O. boxes here for you. And I'm assuming eventually they will have, like, maybe you could buy postage, that kind of thing. So just a neat little thing that, you know, one of the amenities that the owner clearly thought of when he built this place. Again, I know I keep saying it, it just seems like he thought of everything. The top load washers are $2 a load, and the front load washers are $3 a load, and the dryers are all $2. And then, of course, they have folding tables and a sink in here as well. Everything's so pretty and new. And a change machine.
So it didn't take long for this park to become one of our hands down favorite parks we've ever been to. It truly seems like in the development, the owner thought of everything here. All the details are in place, and it's a great place in our opinion. But the real question is, will we come back?
Absolutely. As she said, this is one of our favorite campgrounds so far that we've been to, and we're so excited when he finally finishes all this. We want to come back, and we'd like to do another video for you guys so you can see the end
The end
the
result.
end result of this thing. So he's put a lot of time and money and energy into this. So we want to make sure that we do another video so you guys can see what it looked like when it was finished.
Oh, and we almost forgot to share with you that one amenity coming standard at every campsite at Oak Alley.
What could it be?
I don't know.
Let me look down here. So every campsite comes with its own modem. It's wired and Wi-Fi. So your whole camper has internet here. That is a huge thing for us, especially with us working on the road.
I feel like with so many families on the road now, full-timing and with virtual school, people having to work on the road, this could be a game changer for so many RVers. There's so many parks we've been to that the internet is just
terrible.
Bad.
Terrible.
And if you have to work on the road and then you have to leave the campground to go to Panera or somewhere and use their Wi-Fi, that's a huge inconvenience. So in our opinion, this is a fabulous amenity. We hope you've enjoyed this tour that we've shared with you, and we hope you will take the time to come check out Oak Alley RV Resort in Webster, Florida for yourself.
And until the next time you find us camping,
Safe travels, everyone.